Well, hello and welcome everybody back to another stream. My name is your SimCFI. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Today we are in the beautiful Fenix A319. This is the IAE version that we're going to be in. And the reason for this very late night out of nowhere stream, well, I usually always do out of nowhere streams, but the reason for this late night stream is mainly because I have some new toys that I want to show you guys. So this whole time I've been streaming, I've been doing a 2-camera setup, but I went out and used the money that you guys, whenever you guys use discount codes and stuff like that of mine that are in the description, which are still in the description. If you guys want to save some money, they are there. Anytime you guys use those things, I get some referral kickback, and I go to that money and I put it towards streams. So buy scenery, buy airports. What I chose to buy were some new cameras and some new mounts. So now, instead of having to show you 1 or 2 things at once, I'm going to turn all the cameras on here on the horizontal stream, that is. Oh, one's not working out too well. This one's not happy right now. Turn it off and on again here. Well, the rest of them you can get. And what we have here is I'm trying to get to a 4-camera setup, but it looks like that USB powered hub, that last camera, it doesn't quite like that last camera there. Huh. It was working fine before the stream, of course. Everything works fine prior to the stream. Yeah, all right. Well, that one's not going to work. But we have a thrust lever camera, an FMS camera, and a side stick camera. And then once I get the other camera working, you know what? For tonight, let me try unplugging this and rerouting it to my other USB hub and see if that works. I don't really like to have wires across too far across my desk. We're going to give that a try. No, it's not going to work for tonight. So tonight's just going to be a 3-camera setup, unfortunately. But we will have the other one, hopefully, working for you guys. Let's try the... This is kind of a test stream. You have to bear with me on this a little bit. That one works. Yeah, all the cameras work but this camera. Kind of a shame. I'm going to try it one more time. I really want to get all these 4 working for you. There we go. That looks like it's working. There we go. I think the USB hub was just overloaded. Let's turn our nice border back on. All right, hopefully that looks okay for you guys. You guys let me know. But now we have 4-camera setup. We have, let me move this to the right a little bit, our autopilot panel, FMS, throttles, side stick. And then obviously when I fly Boeing and other airplanes, I'm going to be changing that around. Let's go check out the comments and see who's in the stream. Sorry about that. Thank you for being patient with me there as I got the other camera working. We're streaming vertically and horizontally, guys. I really appreciate everybody who's stopping in on both. Wrong Side, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. Wrong Side Simulation's a good buddy of the channel. Make sure to go check out his streams as well. Hey, girl, hi. What's up? IAE the GOAT. Yeah, it is, man. We're gonna be having a fun time with this nice loud engine. Your JJ? Nah, man, you have an entire 320 cockpit in your house. Nice camera setup so far, thanks. So it's gonna be tuning it. I just got this set up kind of now, and we're gonna be changing some things like the angles of some cameras and stuff like that. But for the most part, you guys got almost all the setup. You kind of can't see the EFISs on the left and right, but you got the PU Air Korea PLTA, which is their Airbus lighting panel. You got the Winwing FCU, and then both EFISs. ProDesk Sim A320 pack with the engine start levers. I don't know if you can see those. These two right here. We're actually going to bring those to the off position. Then on here we have the Winwing MCDU. That doesn't look good. And then on this side we have the Winwing side stick, the Winwing Ursa Minor. So we have a bunch of stuff now all set up and ready to go. That's why I hate toys, because toys seem to never work together. I'm hating a lot of issues myself. Yeah, I mean, I just finally did a Fenix cache clean, and I think I have my settings good enough to actually stream for you guys. I trade 4 cameras for 1 camera of that beautiful Canadian. Yeah, no, we ain't doing that here. That's not the stream. Wiston in the vertical stream. Hey, welcome, welcome. Am I too late to join you? No, man. No, man. Get loaded up. Wrong side, come join as well, man. Run VATSIM if you can. Hopefully not too many issues you're having. I did a cache clean in Phoenix, and I'm going to let that message as it always appears. Let's see. Hopefully it was running. There we go. Oh. Let me look around. It was running beautifully, but it seems like it's okay. It's kind of nice. You can see it wants to be nice. You can see that it's in there. Let me turn the cameras off and see if that does anything here. Yeah, so it's strictly OBS that's causing this, I guess, because when I don't stream, it's actually okay. But when I do stream, I guess it gets too much, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. So we'll turn the cameras back on. How you clean your cache for the Phoenix? I went to the users, and then where'd I go? App data, local. Basically go to your community folder where that is, but don't go to that. I believe it's you go into sim objects and then airplanes, and then clear the Phoenix one. It made a difference for not single player. It made a difference for no stream. It is much better than earlier, as you guys can tell. There's a little bit of stutters, but we can work with that. You can see it's much more buttery smooth than earlier stream, which was a nightmare. It was not fun at all. My mysterious Mr. Mysterious IP1, exactly. You see him at the expo. Well, you saw me. Come on. You got me. Unfortunately, I'm at work, about to get the OC through some monthly server maintenance to our dispatch software, then I head home. No worries. Well, I'm going to make sure to tell every dispatcher from now on that I want extra fuel just for you. Do sceneries kill my VRAM if I try to capture via OBS? Yeah, this scenery especially is DCA. There's so much random garbage going on with airplanes being towed back and forth and all sorts of stuff. We're gonna get this flight going. Yoham, hey, my good buddy Yoham. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by as well. We're gonna go over here and get ourselves sorted. We're gonna import all this crap from SimBrief. Yep, thank you. Mass balance. I was gonna do a load of GSX, but I'm just gonna insta load us. Let's get on our way. Why don't we? Alrighty. So with that, take a quick look at the overhead panel. Everything's looking pretty much good up here. What we're going to change, we're going to put our nav lights to the 1 position. This is the PU Air Korea PLTA. I didn't actually thank my partners of the channel, so I really appreciate all the partners of the channel. You can find all the discount codes and everything in the description if you guys want to save money. But they make all this possible with all this hardware and all this stuff, so really appreciate them. So we're going to go to the FMS, go to Atsu. So many cameras that my hand's at such a random angle here to make this work, and I'm getting into this issue where the FMS doesn't work. This happens to me every time I use the Phoenix. I have to unplug the Winwing, replug it in, and then it shows properly. Yohem coming with 6 months membership. I appreciate that, Yohem. Thank you so much. Korea #1. PU Air Korea is fantastic. They have a really good setup. When I get back into the RJ, we will be using the PU Air Korea CDU V2 and their CRJ faceplate, which I use a lot. Flight Init, we'll initialize that. Do you have the city line? Yes, I do. I do have the city as well installed. That's another killer that's going on. Gonna request the init data there. Gonna clear that GPS primary crap. We're 1910 today. Sorry for the shaky cam. It's the way it's kind of set up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You go in there. And we're gonna cruise. We're gonna do a 55 cost index. Flight level today is gonna be 350. Next page, we can import all this from the little iPad here. Sorry about that. Had to move my camera a little bit. It came on back. Alrighty. So just press send to MCDU. That gets all set. I'm gonna see if I can fix the lighting for you. It looks like it's a little hard to see the FCU here. Turn that down a little bit. Yes, that's already turned to the maximum. What if I, yeah. Unfortunately, because of the glare. Hopefully you can see that kind of. Anyways, that's good enough for now. We'll go back to the FMS down here. Press the flight plan button, KDCA, and departure. Going all over the place here. Let's get a quick wind check. There's no We're back. Something's telling me that the 4 cameras idea isn't gonna be a good one. But we'll carry on in hopes that everything works here. There we go. Vertical's back, horizontal's back. Everything should be back online now. Hopefully we got our viewership back. Thank you for the subscription there. Anyways, let's carry on. Hopefully nothing else crashes here. If it happens again, it's definitely the cameras, because that's what's changed. That's all been set. Perf. We're going to go on the iPad. And press departure procedure. It's going to be wet, runway 1, sync load sheet, sync the weather. We'll calculate that. 16, 25, 30, flap 1, nose up by 0.9. Awesome. We're going to calculate that. We'll send to the MCDU, and that's all not been sent. Now it's been sent. A flex of 80 is quite insane, actually, so we're good to go. Hey, Dominic, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I don't know if you want to fly, but we're going to be doing DCA to Bradley. Quick little flight. Drewski's DCA with Latin VFR's Bradley. And notice we got 4 cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras now. It already caused a YouTube crash. Hopefully not the main reason for that. Aviation Rose, welcome. Hey, C5, how's it going? This new Airbus gear looking awesome. Yeah, dude, this stuff is really, really, really cool. If you're able to get it, I highly suggest picking some of it up. We're going to go up to 5,000 feet. Select 1,000. 5,000 feet, I like to have constraints on both my sides. We're going to press the B button to set our altimeters for us. Thank you for stopping by, Aviation Bros, as well. Aviation Bros makes good content, but makes amazing thumbnails and all that kind of stuff as well, guys. And Five Snipes, yo, hey, welcome, welcome. Winston on the vertical stream, so I'm too late to join. Oh, that was from the old stream. ACFI stopping by with a like before bed. Hey, well, appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Currently doing why was Ed in the RJ on VATSIM? You didn't tell me that, man. I would have came and streamed that. You gotta communicate your RJ streams. There's the classic message. Anyways, we're basically ready to go. We're gonna start our APU there. And while that starts up, I'll give you guys a bit of. I wonder if Navigraph is what crashed it. But anyways, I'll give you guys a bit of a briefing here. We're gonna be flying the Suki 5 off runway 1, which is 007, intercept 330 under revage, cross revage at about 1500, track at 220, then track at 310 to Bevel, track at 338 to Cove to track. Anyways, we're gonna follow this course. It's gonna bring us all the way around the horn and out towards Suki and then swan up to 5000. What we're gonna make sure we do here is we are going to go to the FMS flight plan, any button, doesn't matter, fix info, and we're going to type in PIL via, and this is our White House restricted airspace. We're not going to fly into that zone. Makes a little bit of a point right there, as you can see. That's our restricted airspace no-go zone. We'll go back up to the overhead panel. We'll select the APU bleed on. The external power can be deselected. All our fuel pumps can be turned on. Our seatbelts on. Our smoking signs on. Our beacon lights can come on. I'm going to get GSX ready to push us out, and we'll be on the way. I'll do the vice versa tomorrow if you're on. I'll be on probably same time if you're available. Actually, yeah, we can do a stream with RJ stream. That'd be awesome. This is basically going to be a test stream in the fact that I want to make sure this sim runs after I've done a bunch of setting stuff. I've reverted my DLSS to an older version. I've cleared the NVIDIA cache, just clean up the Fenix cache, because it's basically the Fenix that's been getting a problem, specifically at this airport. So that's why I'm doing DCA again today. Resource usage exceeds. Oh, we lost a subscriber. Uh-oh. Go ahead and uncage our standby artificial horizon, and we'll leave the cameras on for you guys. We're gonna go we have to face east. I don't know why. Oh, spot 4. We'll do spot 4. Let's go and go to 19.9 is the frequency, or 19.1, sorry. Blackbird Controls, hey, welcome. Thanks for the photos, man. Sorry I've been bad about replying to DMs on Discord. I'm trying to unbury myself from the anniversary sale. I should be able to whip that CRJ tiller really easily. That is awesome to hear, because if you watch my earlier streams, especially in this Fenix, I was literally saying, oh my god, I really need a tiller right now, because it's so hard to brake and turn off runways at the same time with rudder pedals only. So that'll be super, super awesome. Guys, if you guys don't know Blackbird Controls, go check their website out. They make really, really high quality and cool Bravo throttle add-ons, but they're also making tillers and all other cool types of stuff for actually pretty reasonable price. So go check out Blackbird Controls, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Appreciate you stopping by as well. Yeah, that CRJ one will be really cool. I'm gonna get it. I don't have space for stuff. I have an FMS, as you guys can see, throttles, FMS, light panel, stick. I have no idea where I'm gonna put a tiller. I'm gonna like suction mount it to a window and use Maybe I'll put it up on the table or something. I have no idea where I'm going to put that. Anyways, they're not pushing us because I'm not doing my job here. Let's get Fenix. Ground services, we're going to get rid of the forward stairs. And we can go ahead and release that brake for you. Running active sky. I forgot to run Rex. Let me get Rex running as well so it looks a little bit nicer for you. If anyone knows how to get rid of this guy, please let me know. Why don't you use the Z-axis on the Ursa Minor for those nose? Yeah, you know what? I could do that. I actually put the screw in here that denies it from turning. I hate that sloshy feel when you're flying the airplane and it wants to roll like that. So it's not a bad idea. I just hate that feeling. Find the side stick. Yeah, it's definitely a possible way to do it. Oh, this looks like a bad idea. Stop. Stop. Oh my gosh, look how close that wing is. Actually, it's not that bad. There's a bit of room, but we're going to stop G-Stacks there before it does something. It's probably supposed to pull you a little bit here. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get our engine started. They start number 1, then 2 in the Airbus series. Let's select the parking brake on. And I don't know if you can see the starter switch here, but we're going to go ahead and select that on. And we'll give you guys a view back here. I'll put the sounds up so you guys can listen on in. Hear these IAEs come to life. You get rid of them via the character edit menu on the main screen. Oh, okay, so I'd have to back out. All right, well, we're going to do that definitely after. Let's make sure that my... Make sure my keybind actually worked for that. It didn't work for that. Oh, I thought I was running. Let's try again. Okay, my switches don't want to work right now. We'll turn Mobi Flight off. Go ahead and do it manually. Turn on SimApp Pro. It should have been running anyways. Ah, there was an update for it. We back, Yoham. Such a long engine start sequence. Got 19 of you guys watching the vertical stream. I'd appreciate if you guys would re-like the stream, as all your likes got canceled out from the stream having to be restarted there. I appreciate all that. Alright, come back in here. Let's see if this works now. There we go. Starting number 2. Yeah, we're just doing one leg. Fly from where I was at and rip it down to BDL. You actually can if you want. Yeah, we're just gonna be we're doing the one leg. I'll taxi slow. Hopefully you can meet us out there. It's kind of late. I just kind of want to see if the sim runs. I hate when the sim doesn't run. It's like in the back of my mind the entire day. But other than that OBS hiccup, I think we're doing pretty good. We'll lower those sounds. We'll go back in the flight deck here. Go to the overhead panel. APU-B can be turned off. Let's get some of these lights on here a little bit. APU master can be turned off. We're not clear for taxi, but we'll just go turn our taxi light on now. Why not? And then coming on down, we'll set our auto brakes to maximum. our flaps to the 1 setting is what was described to me, if I remember correctly. Flaps 1, and a trim of nose up, 0.9. There it is. Awesome. Full left, full right. I don't know why the left was so much quicker. Full up, full down. Sweet, that all works. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, let's arm the spoiler, predictive wind shear, and that transponder should have been on this whole time. Awesome. All right, we are good to go. Parking brake is off. This airplane likes to taxi on its own idle thrust setting, basically. But it's looking like it's not. So we'll add a little bit. Oh, you know what? I didn't lock my wheels. Let me do that real quick. Best thing ever, if you can buy them, is a locking wheel for your office chair. That way when you use your rudder pedals, you don't have to go across your entire room. The sim is finally running well, and I'm sure I'm going to do something and it's going to break tomorrow, but right now I'm happy. Flight Sim Captain, hey, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen actually you stream. Setup looking good. Yeah, man, we got two new cameras. This is a new camera. I used to have to like change my cameras, but now we got all of them figured out. One here, one here, one here, one here. And now I need one more, so then when I'm playing Fortnite with my girlfriend, I have one on my actual face. But it's gonna be for another time. I bought two new powered USB hubs. Everything's going well. Taxiing very slow right now because we're hoping that Johan can descend and blast off out of Toronto to meet us. Hey CFI, I'm also a recently new CFI. I just had a question. How did you maintain your sanity flying every day? I feel so fatigued after 3.5 hours of flight with my students. The main thing I can say is if you're there's two things you can do. Well, there's two outcomes you can do. One, you can grind it as much as you can to get out as fast as possible, which a lot of people do that because usually, and it's also a money thing as well. Or two, you might want to take a couple days, if you can, if your school allows you, of just breaks. And also start your day a bit later if you can. Start around 10 a.m. But I find for me, the more I stay away from flying, the more I want to go flying. So if you're flying every single day, it will get tiring. And, you know, that's a natural feeling. So that's kind of what I would say is take a breather, maybe take a week off. And then after that, start at 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. if you can work those hours, something like that. And you're going to want to take more days off in the week if you're financially able to. The more time you take away from it, the more you're going to want to do it. The other thing is picking your students correctly. There's a lot of students out there, at least when I was instructing, but very few that were financially able to do it, mentally able to do it, and physically able to do it, and had all three of them. That's a very hard thing to do. Press or takeoff config, that's all good to go. So it's kind of vetting your students. At the beginning, I kind of took any student, and I learned that was a mistake because it's quite difficult to teach certain people. That's it, man. Doing good. Just lots of studying for real-world flying, so gotta lock in. Yeah, man. That's it. What are you? I thought you were on a... Weren't you on a King Air or something? I thought you were on something already. I guess you're going somewhere else. I'm like 3 knock miles to land, 6 left. I'm a insta load and rip to BDL. Luckily flying ACJ 319. Perfect. I'm taxing so slow for you right now. I'm going 8 knots. Although it's IFR, so we'll say I'm taxing slow for that reason. Rise, hey, welcome. What powered USB hubs do you use? I just bought one on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. I'll get the name for it a bit later, but it's just in the corner. You probably can't see it. Why didn't you get the FO version of the Winwing set? So Winwing actually sent me this stick. Winwing sent me this. They sent me the EFISes. I bought that. Prodesk Sim sent me this. Winwing sent me that. They also sent me their 737 autopilot panel, so I didn't really choose. However, this actually feels pretty decent for being a left-hand stick. You can fly this right hand, left hand, middle hand, whatever you want to do. I appreciate the comment though, Kyber. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, no worry, Tommy. Hopefully, the other thing that I like to remind myself is two things. One, there's people that simulate our job, which I'm doing technically right now. Two, let me go back to point one. Anytime I don't want to wake up at 4 in the morning for a sim or for an early flight or whatever you got to do, I'll be like, there's someone that's would really want to be in this position. The second part to that is there's someone who'd really want to be in that position who can't even do it because maybe they don't have a medical. So I try to, speaking about that, drink tons of water, but I try to stay humble in that regard as much as possible. I'm going to turn the cameras off for the time being so you guys can see the flight deck a bit, and then we're going to turn it back on once we are in the takeoff portion here. Caravan right now, hoping C-17? That's cool, man. That's awesome. Reagan traffic, American 1910 crossing 4 at Juliet. American, correction, Reagan. Let's say American. Oh, I'm on the wrong call. Let's do that. Put our strobes on for the cross. Reagan traffic, American 1910 crossing 4 at Juliet. Reagan. I almost said American again. I just say my call sign at the end. American. American. On the vertical stream, sorry, I didn't see your comment there, Kyber. Oh, you said the same thing. All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you for the subscriptions, guys. We got one more in the bank. That puts us one more closer to 10,000. That puts you guys all closer to a huge giveaway stream that we got planned going on. Out of the giveaway stream, whoever wins, there's gonna be about five winners. 2 of those winners will be able to get, I'm not going to say from where, software online. 2 of those winners will be able to get hardware and shipped to your house. Not by me, by the company. You'll be able to use money towards hardware. And then the other winner is going to get an airplane in the simulator. These are all been donated from the channel partners, which I cannot express my gratitude for all you guys. And the only reason they're partnered with me is because all you guys watch. So I appreciate that every time we stream here. Should I get the 777F or the A300 for cargo flights? I'm very used to the 777, but I want to do more cargo flight. Dude, get the 727 freighter. I dare you. No, I actually love the 727, but between the two, I mean, I have a hard time buying more 777s. I don't use it that much. To me, the flight model feels pretty in my opinion, in 24. And I just don't use the triple that much. But if you love the triple, then go for it. I think you'd like the increased challenge maybe, or maybe a new face of an A300 as well, though. So if you're looking to try something new, A300 or the 727 freighter is super legacy and will get your skills in the air quite high. If you can fly the 727, you can fly anything in the sim. Now there is going to be a Super 27 coming out, but I call that cheating, and we ain't going to do that. No, I'm sorry. We'll look at it, but it's going to be a separate purchase as well. Reagan traffic, it's American 1910, lining up runway 1, Reagan. Hey, don't forget the Zebo I pointed out. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, and we're giving away a free Zebo mod. Brought to you by AJ. Alright, cameras back up. Lights, cameras, action. Let's go ahead and turn our TCAS to TARA. Just going to recheck our flaps. Was 1? Yes, it is. That just seems strange for a flap 1. And not having flaps at 2. This is the slowest I've ever taxied in DC, rear world and in sim. Rear world, this airplane, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yep. All right, guys, if you guys are members of the chat, get the flex emoji in chat. We're going to get it going here. Got Mad Flex S runway blue. '80 is checked. Oh, now I need a new camera for my rudder. I forgot about that. V1 rotate. Gear up. Nav. Oh, I think my curvature is a little not set, as it's pretty sensitive. No anti-ice required. Super hot. Turning left, staying away from the restricted airspace. Okay, we're gonna get that nose on down and get the thrust in the climb position. There we go. Didn't sync up in there. I'll go ahead and turn autopilot 1. It's a good idea to keep your hand on the yoke / joystick, whatever you're going to be using, just in case, you know, autopilot fails or you get a pitch jam or whatever. You know, below 3,000, not a bad idea. Flap 0. We can go ahead and crank the nose light and the turn-off light off. And I'm going to go to no cam. Camera's off. Thank you for the flex in the chat, guys. Appreciate all you guys. All right, shut down and got the new flight plan pushing back to part where I was at. That's awesome, man. One of the quickest turns. Jakin, welcome. You're right about flying in real life. I was about to solo and have had issues getting my medical. It sucks. There you go, man. And I hear stories about that, and I'm really sorry about that. But those are the stories that try to keep me humble as much as possible. I know the struggle. I lost my medical a bit as well. So, there you go. We're leveling at 5,000. And usually DC's pretty good in real world about getting a high pretty quickly. They usually give you 12,000. We're going to keep going up. We're going to go all the way to 35. I think is my flight plan altitude there. Let me check. Oh, my Winwing has frozen. My, oh, the buttons work. The screen doesn't work again. Alright, let me unplug that. I think that was, a cause for Moby flight earlier. Make sure that all works for flap up. Everything's looking good. Okay, that's back up and running. Awesome. Go ahead and disarm. Oh, it already did. Perfect. Didn't start my chrono. We'll start it now. I always forget that. In the CRJ, that's automatic. We're gonna keep everybody seated until we're above all this crap. And yes, 350 is where we're going. Look at that nice cloud breakout there. Beautiful. Thank you for the other subscription. Appreciate that, my friend. Alright, guys. Well, I think my new settings worked quite well. I wasn't getting the absolute best performance, but it was actually pretty decent. And everything was going well, except for the YouTube crash, which I'm hoping was just a YouTube crash and nothing else. We are, knock on wood, smooth sailing. A300 hand flies so good. I've never actually flown it in the sim. I've never been a big fan of it. I don't know why. It turns me off. It just looks kind of ugly. I'm sure it's amazing. and that's not a way to judge to fly an airplane or not. But anyways, there's 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and select our landing lights to the retract position. I did that with my Air Korea PLTA lighting system, which you can't see because turn the cameras off. Oh, forgot that guy. Bad pilot. They call me real world. Whatever. Throw it out all there. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all these lights as we don't really need them. And guys, we're using Rex Atmos Core and Active Sky as well. A300 def better than the A350. Dude, the A350 to me was a letdown. It's a really, really awesome plane, but it just feels like there's a lot of bugs and performance problems and all sorts of stuff with that airplane, unfortunately. That's a picture right there. That's like a feature thumbnail. Gonna leave you with that image right there. Fun aircraft to fly around for some modern retro vibes, though. Yeah, I can see that. I probably will check it out. I still have so many planes to check out. I gotta check out the Black Square Starship, and I gotta check out. Someone else asked me to check out some a default Piper that has a mod or something like that. So many airplanes to do. Malcolm, sorry I didn't see your comment in the vertical stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. By the way, Malcolm, we're streaming, and everybody else in the vertical stream, we're streaming also on the horizontal stream. We have two streams. One's horizontal view, one's vertical view. Whatever you guys prefer. They're there for you. Probably passing through the transition altitude, so we're going to go ahead and set standard. Oh, not yet, but whatever. We're going all the way up, so we'll leave it. It's been pretty smooth. What do you guys think? We'll massage the switch a little bit so no bumps appear, and we'll turn the seatbelts off. There you go. Everyone can go up and go to the bathroom. It's always funny flying in real world, like because we do it so often, pilots and flight attendant wise. It's always funny to see human behavior, and it's very similar. Everyone's kind of the same. Where, we just left the terminal, bathrooms everywhere. Get on the plane, belts off, boom, line at the bathrooms, and it's it only took like what 55 minutes maybe total to board and taxi and push and all that kind of stuff. I can get there's a couple that need to go, but it's just very interesting. No one. Every time they say we are now boarding and it's my flight, I go to the bathroom because everyone rushes into the line. I check my bag at the gate, which gives me priority boarding, and they take the bag and put it directly on the airplane, so I know it's getting on the airplane. So I check it at the gate. So as soon as I call for the first zone and all that kind of stuff, I go to the bathroom and then I board with the second zone because I got the priority boarding from checking my bag. Those are some tips and tricks right there. Now, if you don't like checking your bag, if you're in a bit of a rush at your destination, like if you're deadheading, you're not going to check your bag. But if you're just going on vacation or just chilling, or you got maybe a couple hours in your once you get your destination, check your bag. Wait at the carousel. By the time you walk there slowly and get a coffee or whatever, bags will be there for you. Just part of Johan, do a 320 knot climb. I don't know if you've been doing those, but do 320 knot climbs in that RJ. Just make sure passing 27,000 feet, you're going to click the IAS Mach button, change it to Mach when it's at 0.77. It'll do it for you automatically only at 31,600. But if you're doing 320 knot climb, you're going to reach 0.77, a lot lower than 31.6. So if you do 320 and then do hit that IS Mach button, you'll be good to go. All right, let's go ahead and look at how long we're going to be here. Going to be expecting 2236. It's basically we're going to be descending soon. So let's take a look at Navigraph. And we'll go get BDL, weather, ATIS. They're arriving runway 15, approach 15. They have an RNAV. We'll go ahead and get that. Know what that sound is. Hopefully the stream is still going. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, good. I'm like nervous now that the stream's crashing. Oh, what do we got? LPV? What is this? LPV? Yeah, we got LPV. All right, so it's going to be a pretty much a GPS ILS basically. And the CRJ land, if we don't have the NG, we can only fly this approach, an LNAV only, and we use vertical speed. But with the NG birds and obviously the Airbus, we can do an LPV approach, which is basically a GPS-based ILS if you want to think about it. It looks like we're going to have some terrain on the west-hand side, so let's go ahead and click our terrain button there. And we'll have that all loaded. Let's go over here and press this and press arrival. Runway 15, we're going to apply the METAR. We're probably going to do medium brakes. And let's quickly take a look at that ATIS and make sure there was nothing in there that looked interesting. 10-mile viz, basically VFR, so no rain. That's all looking good. We'll leave it on dry, RCC of 6. And let's get a landing weight calculation. So we're planning to be there at 7,000 pounds of gas. Our zero fuel weight was 113. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 120.5 is going to be our landing weight. Zero fuel weight plus fuel estimated is how we did that. 20.5 goes in there. Tons of space with medium. That's looking a bit sketch. Medium is going to be the answer. How long is this runway? Just so I have I don't use meters, so let's get a sense for how long that is. 95, nope. 6,800 feet. It's a short runway. It definitely is a short runway there. We're using, oh, it is in feet. We're using 4,100 feet. That's not too bad. About max reverse? Does absolutely nothing. Flap full, manual land, auto thrust off. Decreases it by about 400 feet. Might be doing auto thrust off if we really need to. We won't need it. We'll do manual, medium auto brake. So we'll select medium auto brake there. I'll give you guys a approach briefing shortly. I'm just going to load it up in our FMS. So what I'm going to do is go to this side, ATSU, AOC. Oh, wrong button. Weather, and KBDL. METAR, we'll send that off. And I'll accept all that. Receive messages. There's the weather there. So we have it. We can enter it in our performance data. Perf. Next phase, next phase, next phase. Alrighty. It's kind of weird in a turn. Anyways, QNH is 3023. The temperature 13. Magnetic wind is dead at 0 at 0, so we'll just put 0 at 0. It was a baro minimum. LPV 478 is the barometric altimeter minimum. That goes in there. Notice how it doesn't give you a radio option, as it can't, because there's no ILS Cat 2 or 3. This is a GPS approach. And we're going to do 128 on the final approach. That's all. Actually, we'll leave it on 124. I'll leave it what it does. That's all looking good. We're going to press flight plan, BDL, arrival. That's going to be the RNAV 15. Transition DPK. Let's see if there's anything here. Okay, let's see where we're coming from. We're flying to this airport from the west, flying east. From the west, flying east. Sasha would work. That's from the north west. Yeah, that could work for us. Why don't we choose Sasha? There we go. Return. We're going to insert that. And now we're going to have a top of descent coming up shortly for us. There's top of climb. Haven't even reached that one yet. Top of descent's all the way down there. So we're all looking good. Way ahead of the game. That's the way I like to be. There we go. Beautiful performance now. Going back to that older DLSS mode with DLSS swapper, and I think clearing the Fenix cache really helped. Lowell, I'm not flying CRJ. Oh, you're on 319, but next time I'll remember that. Also remember to pre-file in VATSIM and switch to, you know what? I did forget to file in VATSIM. I always do that. I need a dispatcher watching me. Yoham's going to be my official dispatcher. Yoham, I need more fuel. Yoham, I want to take off alternate. Let's file this guy on VATSIM here. And we should switch over to 22.8, although it's quite useless, but we'll be good. Sorry about that, Malcolm. Missed your comments there. Nice, nice. That's cool. Bye. Nice channel. Hey, I appreciate that, Malcolm. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Hopefully you didn't leave yet. Oh, there was a massive active sky pop-in of weather. I like what active sky does to the weather, but I don't like how it loads it. It's pretty abrupt. I'm wondering if I can just close it. Alright, I'm going to turn active sky off. And I'm going to go back to live weather. And make it a little bit darker as well. There we go. Thank you for the other subscriber. Oh, and the active sky is taken over. Active sky's not even turned on and it somehow took over, so I guess we're just going to turn that back on. It's going to inject all its weather here. All the wind's going to change. Hey, we have BDL ATIS. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, information Romeo. Runway 15's in use. 6 and 2-4 is closed. We're back all host shorts. Yeah, we can do that. That's pretty cool. We got ATC going. Well, we at least have ATIS. I guess Boston Center controls it, I'd imagine. We'll tune that guy up and have him ready to go for later. 34.7. Good thing our dispatcher told me to file a flight plan. I was just thinking no one's here. .7 is loaded up, and I'll give you guys an arrival. There's top of climb actually real quick. Let me just check our top of climb fuel numbers here. Top of climb supposed to do it in 17 minutes. That timer started late, so it's probably about 17 minutes, and we should have about 220 miles left in the flight. We got 240, so we're a little bit behind schedule on the range portion. Planned is 8,800 pounds of gas. All right, can I find it? There we are. We have 8,600 pounds, and our min is 74, so we're still about 1,000 or plus above our min fuel here. So we're doing okay on the fuel. So I'll give you guys the arrival and approach briefing now. We're going to be descending via the Deer Park 3 arrival, and we're going to be coming in from DPK. We'll have expect 190 in there, so we'll expect that. We'll see if we get it. Then over to Belty. Then over to MAD, expecting 11. Then Briss, and we'll expect radar vectors, where we're going to be starting the RNAV 15 at Sasha. Let me just make sure that kind of makes sense. Going up here. Yeah, that should be be flying. No, that actually doesn't make sense. We might not take Sasha. I'm just going to do it via the vector there. Let me move this out of the way. Flight plan 15. I wonder if I can get rid of it. No via. We'll execute that. There we go. So we're just going to go direct to the or vector from DOSEB there. I'll give you the full IFR brief, as I've never flown. Actually, I have flown in the Bradley, but it's been a bit. So I'll just give you the full IFR brief. Is this the right chart? Yes, it is. So we're doing the RNAV 15 in a Bradley, page 12-2, effective the 7th of August. And I actually don't know where to find the wash channel. I know where it is in the RJ. I don't know where I would be able to find it in this. Maybe data? Waypoints, navaids, waypoint pilots, routes. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to find a wash channel. But anyways, I usually like to verify that in real world to make sure that is the same. It's kind of like your ILS frequency, you can think of it, but it's a GPS frequency. Final approach course of 148 with the glide path check at Buran at 2,500 feet. LPV of minimum 478 set left and right. The MSA base on runway 15 is 3,300. Trivia question: 3,300 from runway 15. How far does this extend out to? How far am I safe at 3,300 feet? That's trivia for you guys. Missed approach, runway heading 3,000, direct haddocks. Hold and continue in the hold to 3,000 if we didn't already reach it. And it looks like haddocks is a right turn. It'll be a parallel entry for the hold into that. The glide path is 3.6, so we're going to get established and configured with gear early because that's a very steep slope and it'll be very hard to slow down after that. As I said, the MDA is 478. We got Pappies on the left hand side, and then airport chart runway 15. We're going to be exiting to the right, most likely Sierra 2 or Sierra 1. And our gate tonight, which I had earlier, AAL 1910. Let me look it back up. Our gate. Oh, I'm doing I'm doing the opposite flight. I did this earlier where I was the wrong call sign. Oh well. Anyways, we're gonna be taking gate Alpha 30. That's basically all I got it for you guys. A couple more things actually. Now that I think about it, because I got distracted by that gate. 5,000 pound is the min fuel in Bradley. We're expecting 6.7, so we have 1,700 pounds of extra gas. The weather's nice, so we can come around and try again for another try if need be. And then threats for today. The threat is short runway. My curves on my joystick feel weird because I think they got reset or something like that. But other than that, that's it. We have some terrain to the west, so we are going to keep our terrain mode on. And if we ever get lost at all and have complete no situational awareness, I'm going to select toga thrust, and we're going to escape and get out of there, and obviously react to any terrain alarms in the same matter, and we'll do what's necessary for that to escape. Cool. And those terrain escape maneuvers, what's important is the dynamic between a pilot flying and a pilot monitoring. The pilot flying is focused on making the airplane go up. You're going to go toga thrust, disengage the auto thrust. Actually, I can't, you know what? I'm not going to say it's toga thrust. I don't know what it would be in the Airbus. I would assume toga thrust though, but I'm assuming toga thrust. While your hand's up there, disengage the auto thrust. While you're doing that, verify your spoiler is up. And as you're doing all that, you're also going to be pitching the airplane up to about 15 degrees to start off with. The pilot monitoring is going to say climbing or descending, and his eyes or her eyes will be staring at the radar altimeter. And if you keep hearing 500, 400, 300 in that terrain escape maneuver, you're going to continue pitching up, and you're going to continue pitching up all the way to that Alpha 4 section where that in the RJ, it's where the stick shaker is, and you're going to ride just above the stick shaker, intermittent stick shaker with max thrust, and that's the best you're going to get. If you're configured, you're going to stay configured. You don't have time to go changing flaps and do all that kind of stuff. If anything, you could put a slat out if you need to go just a little bit higher, but that's it. Those are those terrain escape maneuvers, and that's why I actually bought Active Sky, and that is to give you guys a wind shear / microburst escape maneuver tutorial, which doesn't happen too much in the sim, but I think it would be kind of a cool video to make, and so I bought Active Sky to kind of replicate that. Yeah, boss center's on. Yeah, hopefully it's Evan. I wonder if it's Evan. No, it's not. Damn. Oh well. I'm gonna call you Corona. Didn't know you did streams this late. I didn't either. Oh, also, I did manage to get 24 running smoothly. RJ hasn't appeared in my library yet, sadly. Oh, I did see some people saying it took up to a week. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Microsoft. It just takes time for them to, like, put stuff in your cart or in your library. I have no idea why. Just gonna get rid of all these company messages. I just hate seeing them there. There we go. All right, how are we looking on the top of descent? Oh, we still got good way to go. So we're all good. Everybody's briefed. Anybody have any other threats they want to identify? Also, the trivia question wasn't answered, but it's 25 nautical miles unless it said otherwise on that MSA. Oh, did I? Okay, cool, cool. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Corona. I don't know why the wing looks so weird right there. Weird lighting going on. Yeah, guys, if you saw my stream from earlier, I was getting just horrible performance. What I did was I changed my DLSS back to 3.10.1. Same with FrameGen as well, and same with the DirectX through DLSS Swapper. And I also cleared my Fenix cache because it was basically only happening in the Fenix. My max was okay. So that's what I went ahead and did, and it did get a lot better. So I'm happy that everything's kind of working now. Holy, we've reached 9230 on our subscribers. I wasn't even watching that. Appreciate all you guys subscribing. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, guys. As I said, when we hit 10,000, huge giveaway stream coming. It's planned at least, and that'll be a fun day. So I appreciate all you guys doing that. Be sure to also check out all my friends as well. If you guys like to watch flight streams, go check out CST Gaming, Owls FS, Mickey D Mike. I think he was live, might still be live now actually. Flight Sim Gaming as well, really close friend of the channel. Simple Takeoff, same as well, close friend of the channel. Captain Jack, tons of great guys. If you guys want links to any people you guys want to watch or you want ideas to watch, be sure to let me know and I can post some links in the chat or Discord or whatever. So I appreciate all the support. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. There's Boston Center. Let's tune them up. Should I say Boston? Boston Center. Boston Center, American 1910, flight level 350. With about 17 years. He's going to give us a squawk. Let's get ready to type that. .7. 34.7. Talking, listening on 1. We'll try one more time. Oh, you know what happened? I think my V-Pilot took the wrong microphone. Let me guess. Yep. Yes, it did. Because I plugged in more webcams. There we go. Boston Center, American 1910, football 350.
American 1910, Boston Center, hello, squawk 3720.
Squawking 3720, American 1910. Alright, there we go. We're being controlled. He's going to give us radar contact shortly here, I'd imagine. You guys in the vertical stream, be sure to comment as well. If you guys have any questions, if you want to also watch my horizontal stream, feel free to do so.
You radar contact over Kennedy, descent across Madison at a maintain 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3023.
Madison 1000 and 3023, American 1910, thanks. Alright, let's click Madison 1000. That's going to be an altitude constraint. We're going to insert that. The top of descent has moved a little closer to us, as you guys can see there. And speaking of Madison, Madison is in the chat. There you go. Look at that. I'm finally getting good performance on 24 with the SU4 beta. It broke the CRJ. We are getting there. Yeah, the SU4 does break a lot of airliners. Unfortunately. More at Redder, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. It is a very late stream. Yeah, I was just so annoyed of how yesterday's or earlier today's stream, I guess yesterday now, went with the lag. And look at this. What I went ahead and did was I got rid of I changed my DLSS back to an older version. I cleared the Fenix cache files, and I turned my overclocking off. I left XMP on, obviously, and then I was doing this from before, but I got my performance cores running this right now as well. Coming up, let's go ahead and set 11,000 in our FCU over there, and we're going to click our descend button, which puts manage descent in right there, and down we go. Down we go. Borhan, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for subscribing and commenting. Appreciate that. Hopefully your nights and or morning or whatever you are is going well. My good performance on 24 is getting a steady 30 FPS and using lossless scaling frame gen to keep 90. Holy yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. Let's do some drag required. We'll insert a little bit of speed brake for that. It's quite unfortunate that nowadays to get good performance, instead of games being optimized, you just need like a hell of a lot of frame generation. That wasn't the case back in the day. Like, you actually had to like make a good game. But anyways, 24 for me is a step up, however, from 2020, so that's at least good. My RTX 3080 struggles way more on 24 than 20. Only having 10 gig of VRAM is tough on 4K. Yeah, you know what you could do, Corona, if you have a little bit of money, what you can do is sell your 3080 on Marketplace or whatever, and then use that money to purchase a 4090 or maybe a 5070 Ti. 5070 even is going to be a huge jump from a 3080. If you have the means, I would sell that 3080 for maybe $600-700, whatever it sells for, 5 to 7 area, I'd imagine, somewhere around there, and then use that extra cash that you got, and then purchase a, or maybe, you know, purchase a 5070, I'd recommend, or if you can do it, 5080, 4090, it's kind of expensive still, but, you know, something a bit more VRAM in it. I think you'll have a nice experience, as long as your motherboard can support the newer cards, that is. Even a 3080, if you sell it to a 4070 or 80 might be, or 4070 Ti, you know, you can sell your 3080, maybe put it towards a 4080 Ti if you can, or 4070 Ti, sorry, if you can find one. Would be a huge jump for you as well. So far so good, so far amazing. The only thing we had was a hiccup on the YouTube side, it froze. But what you're going to like more at Rudder is I got more cameras, so take a look at this. Take a look at this. We have thrust, FMS, autopilot, side stick. We got all of it. We got it all ready to go. The only thing we need now is a rudder cam, but I don't think anybody really cares about that too much, especially in an Airbus, but we got it all working.
Delta 599, wind 0304, runway 15 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 15 right, Delta 599.
If I had any money to spend, I'd rather use it on my friends, honestly. Also, my current plan is to wait until the next generation of AMD cards. I can get even more bang for buck. Yeah, you can do that for sure too. For sure too. I'm potentially thinking about selling my 4080 and upgrading to the 5080 Super when that ever comes out. That is a plan of mine that I would like to see done, just because I'm tired of doing all these setting tricks. I buy PCs and I spend extra money so I can just set things to ultra and not think about it. And as soon as that starts to get annoyingly hard and difficult is when I want to upgrade something. Oh, we've gained 6 subscribers. Appreciate all you guys on that. We're at 9,236. You guys are killing the subscriptions tonight. Oh, you're Delta 599 on Boston Center? Where are you going? Telling me you gotta divert to Bradley. Who made the Boeing 737 overhead panel? I need it so bad, bro. What Boeing 737 overhead panel? The one, something I'm using? Because I don't have an overhead panel. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go vertical speed. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to unarm approach. And we're going to do negative 3,900. I'll do negative 3,500 feet per minute. We're going to let it accelerate. It's going to want to accelerate. That's fine. We're going to CRJ this Airbus a little bit here. And we're going to get back on this profile. Probably doesn't help your performance when you also running 4K ultra wide. Yeah, I'm running that too. I'm running an Odyssey G9. For landing lights and stuff. Oh, I think you're thinking of the PU Air Korea PLT-B, which is the lighting panel for Boeing, and then they also have a PLT-A. If I put my horizontal stream cameras on, this is the PLT-A. This is their Airbus version right here, and they have a Boeing version as well. If you use the discount code down below, it's PUA10. Your SimCFI, you'll save $10 on it, and it's free shipping as well.
Climbing 2,000 and do the Highland 7.
So discount code down below if you want to use it for the PLTB. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. But great stuff. The lights are a bit. Some of the switches rotate a little bit. But for $90, you can't really ask for more, so... I know someone made it, but I don't know who. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. Quick little emergency diversion, never hurt nobody. Exactly, Mort Rudder. Just divert somewhere. How much is it? I believe it's... Whoa, that was a massive weather change there. I believe it's 90 US before tax. And I'm pretty sure... with that, once you get that $10 off, you're looking at basically $90 with free shipping as well, anywhere in the world. So if you use PUA10, your SimCFI is the code at checkout. By the way, it works for everything in the store on PU Korea, but if you use that on checkout, you will be able to save some money, and it's free shipping. All PU Air Korea is all free shipping now. We're coming up to that V path there shortly. We're going to go ahead and reselect our descend mode and manage. We just CRJ'd the Airbus, as I like to do. Had to clean up on my way to Chicago. Oh, okay, cool. No worries.
77 cross Stella, out of maintain 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3022.
Stella 1000 and 30.
There's Johan.
For Kai 77.
I'm going to tell him unable for 11,000 here. Oh no, we can do it.
Echo Papa Uniform Sierra India. Good day.
I don't know why it's slowing me down so much.
VFR clearance is filed.
on this descent. We're just going to go manual speed on this.
West Aircraft calling Boston. What was the call sign?
Echo Papa Uniform Sierra India.
Alright, Echo Papa Uniform Sierra India. If you stay departing VFR, the airport you're at is Class Echo, so if you're departing VFR, you just depart at your discretion.
I was playing
And,
Helldivers
you
with some
want
friends,
flight
but the
following,
servers
something
weren't
like that, just
cooperating
give me a
tonight.
call,
Yeah, I was just
airborne.
playing with my girlfriend, actually. That's what we were doing. Yeah, so the airplane wasn't, it was not descending because it wanted to slow to 250 in its VNAV mode, and I said, screw that, negative 3,000 a minute.
Full flight following or anything like that. Echo Papa Uniform Sierra India.
Alt star. Spoilers getting retracted. It has 284 11,000. I don't know why it's so concerned with being slow right now. I'm going to...
American 1910, the Bradley information, Sierra Current, expect RNAV runway 15 approach.
We'll expect the RNAV 15, American 19. We just picked up Sierra, thanks.
American 1910, thanks. So just send a maintain 5,000.
That's for us. Does it maintain 5,000, American 1910, thanks. Alright, we're at 250 already then. 5,000 feet, we'll just do, shouldn't be too much of a rush to get there, to be honest, but we can do a regular descent. Managed descent, I should say. And manage speed. We're going to get flight recorder started. I'm going to turn on our cameras. Let me know, guys, if you want that bottom right camera to be a bit smaller. Maybe I'll make it a little bit so you guys can see the nav screen a little bit.
Delta 599, climb and maintain for level 320.
I maintain flight level 320, Delta 599.
Hopefully that looks better there for you. Hard to tell on OBS if it is or not, but... Oh, we lost a sub, uh-oh. That's good. Sweet. Is that the only code? For PUR Korea, that's all I have. Yeah, it's in the description there for PUR Korea. PUA10, your SimCFI is the code they provided. It gives you 10, I believe it gives you $10 or 10%. But that is the only code. If you use it at checkout, you'll save the money there. Corona says, oh wait a minute. Let me, thank you so much. No worries, Skystream. No worries. Lol, this is great. What's great? What's happening? I heard you on frequency there. If you had to pick another airliner to fly in the sim other than the CRJ, which would you pick? I'll probably look at learning another one in the next few months. So, obviously everyone flies the PMDGs. You know, the iFly Max is amazing as well. Can't say bad things with the Max. It's very, very good. We're going to do open descent here. Yeah, we'll leave it going. We'll leave it going. However, if you want a challenge... I would look into the Avro RJ. I would look into the FSS 727. Even the Super's coming up shortly. And it's the different team than the Embraer side. Yes, they should be fixing the Embraer. However, the 727 is awesome, in my opinion. I love the 72. One of the greatest flight models, too. It's a really good one. I would look into the... That's not an airliner. And I would also look into the Fokker 28. Avro RJ...
American 1910, turn right heading 360, vectors to the approach.
Right turn 360 and American 1910. All right, let's get descending. As soon as they give you vectors, we're going to do open descent. And we'll add some spoiler if needed as well. Anyways, Avro RJ, 727 or the Fokker 28. I would look into those if you want a challenge. If you want a very easy airplane to learn, 737 MAX is very nice. It's a little bit more hands-on than an Airbus would be. Obviously, your A350s and all that kind of stuff is, you know, Airbus is an Airbus. So I would stay away. If you already fly the Airbus, I'd pick something different than an Airbus, just because you want a little bit of a variety. At least that's what I would think. Going to our spoilers there. And we've got ground spoilers armed. Message. That's awesome. Putting those two cameras on top of the other ones on the left could be also work. Oh, you know, it's not a bad idea. Would that get a little too stacked on the left, though? Let me know how you guys like that. It kind of looks weird to me. But you guys let me know. You guys be the judge. I don't really care. As long as it looks good for you guys. The reason I had it on the right-hand side is because you can. My right hand's flying the airplane, and my left hand's on the throttle. So I kind of thought it looked like, kind of made sense. If you know what I mean? Oop! Don't move that. Go back. RJ is fun. Beast. Love bringing it into short, steep approaches like London City. That'd be a cool one. Love the 72. Glad they're sorting out the issues with the GN. Yes, there is some little bit of issues. It does do a lot of things quite well, actually, but there is a couple there. We're level at 5,000 feet on a heading as we're being vectored by ATC. I'm gonna go spam the live weather button in active sky, and hopefully it's all loaded by the time we get there. Honestly, same size as like Owl's face cam, but maybe if you made the throttles and MCU cam a little bit smaller, it would look more normal. Okay, we can obviously do that. Maybe about there. You guys be the judge. You guys let me know. Better, worse? Could put the MCP and stick window up in the pillar on the left. Yeah, I tried that. It looked kind of a little bit weird to me when it's above inside there. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. But do you guys want it stacked? Did you like it like this better?
American 1910 to rating 060 to center maintain 3000.
Return 060 down to 3000. American 1910, thanks. I've been so distracted here. We're going to get our, let's go open descent at 3000. Landing lights can come on. Let's go get our seatbelt signs on as well. Start focusing on the airplane a little bit. Yeah, if it's 1 square, I think it's fine. Okay. Yeah, you guys let me know. If it, to me, it looks a little bundled up. But that's just me. Sorry, I've been missing the vertical stream there. I can't pronounce that. Sorry, but he says hi. Welcome, welcome.
77 Bradley information. Sierra current expect the RNAV runway 15 approach.
Expect RNAV runway 15 approach. We have Sierra on board. Kayak 77.
Thank you.
That's checked. We're on radar vectors.
Hey, Kayak 77, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend maintain 5,000. Kayak 77.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Go to the bathroom. It's a bad time for this. Move this camera a little bit to the left. There we go. You guys can see it better. Skyscraper, so sum it up. Everything is it worth getting a PO cabin and PO magnetic stand and lighting. The stand is awesome. The cabin, to me,
Singapore 20
is not worth it.
Boston Center, hello.
But the stand and the PLT A or B is worth it, and also the CDU is also worth it. The CDU V2 is called manual speed 250, hasn't slowed us down. The CDU is amazing as well. It does require, however, you an HDMI port, and you have to be able to pop out a window.
American 1910, rating 120, join the final approach course.
Right turn 120, join the final 15, American 1910. Alright, now we can start slowing it on down.
American 1910, it's emails from DOSA, maintain 3,000 to establish on the final approach course, declared RNAV runway 15 approach.
3,000 still established, cleared on I have 15 approach, American 1910. Continue on slowing down. Cleared for the approach.
Attack 77, you can fly present heading, expect vectors to final.
Present heading, expect vectors.
In my opinion, it would have been better if they integrated the cabin. Yeah, they really should have into the lighting panel instead of, yeah, because it's a separate.
Singapore 26.
It's a separate purchase and it's a separate USB cable, which is super annoying as well.
Maintaining 380, Singapore 26.
Like the flight computer, yeah, the Yoham, their CDU V2 with the hot swappable faceplates is really good, in my opinion, personally. I've slowed her way back. You can see the Pappy's off in the distance there. Spamming my live button on active sky to make sure it works properly. I knew what FMC and MCDU, but never heard of CDU.
77, you clear direct DOSEB, descend and maintain.
All CDU stands for is computer display unit. And this is it. This is a computer display unit. And then the FMS is the software. See, it says FMS or FMGC. That's the software inside the CDU. I just smacked my camera. So we're talking to this. We're talking to the FMS via the CDU.
American 1910, Bradley wind 0303, runway 15, clear land.
Carolina 15, American 1910. Thanks. All right, lights can come on. We're gonna go flap 1. Hard to get that actually with this camera in the way. There we go. Move that a little bit there. And we're continue slowing on down. There's our final approach has been captured. Gear down. Again, guys, we're going to start getting configured a bit early because it is a steep descent slope here. We're going to press record on our flight recorder. I unfortunately don't have G's running, so I won't know my feet per minute, but the goal of this is to land safely on the center line and get stopped. Very short runway, so we're going to do a lot less, no floating as much as possible. Yeah, just go with the normal Boeing lighting panel is what I would recommend. I mean, you can buy the cabin, like, I mean, that, like, if you want, but I think it's a, you know, it's an extra USB-C and it's an extra price. It's up to you though, if you really want it. It works for both the Airbus and the Boeings.
Ross, dose up at or maintain 3,000, at or above 3,000, and cleared RNAV 15 approach for Kayak 77.
Guys, so this is the LPV. We got our left deviation, or lateral deviation, sorry, and our vertical deviation right there. So basically a GPS ILS, and it flies it all down for us. Land check is complete. We're just holding the flaps, basically. We're going to go flap 3. I'll get to your comments, guys, in a second. We're going to manage speed. All right, guys, and because we're using our brand new joystick here, we're going to go autopilot disengaged. Flaps full. Okay, the roll is very sensitive. The pitch isn't. So I think my roll curve got kicked out, but we'll just know that we'll know that coming up here. Kind of wish I can push my chair back, but my wheels are locked in. Oh well. Green, lights, flaps, cabins advised, runways in sight, visual landing. Yeah, the extra cable to me is not really worth it. I mean, if it just integrated without an extra cable, I'd be like, all right, just go for it. And we might as well have it. But that extra cable kind of bothers me. Got a slight tailwind. It's nothing. It's about 3 knots. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Max of 10, I believe, is in the Airbus, same as the RJ. On the tailwind portion. Don't really trust these flight directors, so I'm going to go flight directors off. And we're just going to visually fly this thing on in.
500.
Check, Sable. It's a bit of a weird green patch there. Don't worry about that, guys. Looking like 900, maybe 700 to 800 feet a minute is going to be working out for us today. This Airbus stick feels so awesome. If you guys are big Airbus guys, the Ursa Minor is the stick to go for. The price is incredible. The feeling is incredible. The ability to dampen and undampen on the fly.
100.
Gonna go a little low and we'll be able to flare for it nicely here.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Okay, short runway. Let's get this thing stopped. Reversers stowed. Manual braking. Taking the right-hand turn to the gates. Stopping the replay. Actually, I'll stop it in a second.
Cessna 1440 Boston Center. Good morning. Squawk normal, then you're
It's a bit of a steeper turn than I thought.
Taxi.
There we go. Blackbird, if you're listening, this is where I need your tiller, my friend. Right there is where I needed it.
You can face either way, but expect 1-5 right for departure. American 1910, Luna Bradley, Sierra to the ramp, this frequency, heavy night.
Sierra to the ramp in this frequency, American 1910, thank you. Alright, I just knocked off the magnetic faceplate there. That's okay. We're just going to pick, we're not actually going to pick a gate. Actually, you know what? We will. We'll be normal pilots to start with. We're just going to pick this random gate.
77, wind 0303, runway 15, equal to land.
Off as well.
Better land runway 15, Kayak 77.
I want to get that landing though real quick. Man, I want a tiller so badly for this right now. Yeah, dude, way better quality than Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster has nothing on the Winwing stick, or basically anything they sell.
Echo Papa Uniform Sierra India is unfamiliar with Class Echo airspaces. Asking if I should advise a final or request landing clearance.
Stop about there. We're going to set our parking brake. We'll shut down number 1. We're going to keep... I never put that back, my mistake. We're going to keep number 2 running till the APU is fully started up.
Negative. I'm asking if I should be in contact of Tower or Unicom. I'm unfamiliar with Class Echo airspace.
There's Yoham coming on in. Thanks you so much for flying with us, Yoham, by the way.
That's an
Appreciate you.
Airport. So you'd be talking to me if you want radar service, if you want flight following somewhere.
Very short runway, Yoham. Don't be afraid to come in a little low. Change your aiming point to about the first center line so you can flare and hit the touchdown zone. Completely normal. I'm sure you know that, but I'll say it on stream for everybody else. APU looks like it's up and running. We'll turn the APU bleed on. We'll shut the right engine down. And beacon light can come off as well. The fuel pumps. And we're not going to deboard anything. I'm just going to go right back to the replay for you guys. Yeah, dude, the approach is beautiful. The frames were outstanding today. I think we finally have frames and performance that I can again stream with. Don't ask what I did. I don't know. I did a lot of DLSS and stuff and all that kind of stuff, and now it's working. So it looks good, plays good. Everything's going well. Does Winwing have a Boeing thrust? You mean thrust lever? They don't. But they have a Boeing yoke coming out soon. Everybody says LPV? Yeah, it does. The newer ones do. The ones with the WASP GPS is equipped. Get you guys a little bit closer here so you can see this landing. Mr. Johan coming on in. Oh. Beautiful. Not too smooth, not too firm, right in the zone, stopping it as we need it. 6,800 feet to play with at this runway. There's not too much room to screw around with. You got a bit, but not too much. Any shorter and it's going to get interesting.
Cox 77, welcome to Bradley. You going to the main terminal?
Oh, yeah. We'll go to the main terminal for contact.
Yeah.
Cox 77,
All right, let's disconnect from Vatson. Really appreciate you stopping and flying in, Johan, as well. Awesome, awesome landing. ZD on the aviation, or in the vertical stream. Hey, thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far. Thank you for stopping in. We are going to run the replay now, guys. So let's go ahead and here. We're going to go to our iPad. iPad. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's a message there. I couldn't even see it. No, get out of here. I don't want you. Fenix, panel state. Let's go ready. Activate. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Gonna go flap to the full position. Spoilers to the armed position. Lights all on. Need that one. And we're basically good to go. Let's do the replay, guys. Negative 134, just about on the markers. Whew, nice landing. Running default will probably get BDL payware soon. Yeah, this is a Latin VFR Bradley. It's actually not bad. It's not too bad. Winwing, hey, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. We're actually just using your brand new, not brand new, it's brand new to me. Ursa Minor joystick, been loving this thing. Absolute steal for the price point that you guys have it set to. And I mean, this is basically your entire setup. Apart from ProDesk Sim throttles and the PU Air Korea lighting panel, the PLTA, everything else you see on camera is all Winwing. You can't see it, but just below are the Winwing rudder pedals as well. Absolutely fantastic. It actually makes me enjoy the Airbus. The Airbus is a kind of a boring airplane, but once you get all the hardware, it makes it actually kind of enjoyable. Winwing, if you make CRJ stuff, I would love that. I'll get you pictures and dimensions if you need them. That's all I'm gonna say. Only in time for the replay. Exactly. Thanks for showcasing our product. Hey, no worries. You guys make good products. It's not really that hard to showcase them.
Terrain ahead.
Thank you.
Up. Too low.
Let's go ahead and get our. I think we already actually had a showcase view. Let's just go ahead and move that. I was scared the first time I landed and this thing shook. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, and I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it has haptic, little bit of feedback in there. That's kind of cool. So it does vibrate. Let's take a look at this landing. How good we. Okay, when I screwed it up. Let's not look at this landing just yet. Just a tease, just a tease. We'll get you in a couple seconds. There we go. Bring that back over there. All right, now let's take a look at this landing. I'll move you guys a little bit closer. Bit firm, but we're going to get it stopped. As I said in the approach briefing and in our threats briefing on the runway, we just want it in the touchdown zone, we want it on the center line and stopped. It's kind of all I really care about. And in real life, that's, you know, if you can make it smooth, great. But if you can't, I want the first three done before smooth. You'll be called in the chief pilot's office for attempting to land past the markers, doing some silly stuff rather than, oh, that was a very smooth landing. Force feedback throttle question mark? This one isn't force feedback. This is the ProDev sim. It does have the click spots. Actually, looking at it from here, it wasn't actually that bad. Unless you guys say you're making one. I'm all down for that. See if I do PU Air Korea do Thanksgiving sales and stuff. I'm not sure. I know some companies do. I'm not too sure though. They're already doing the free shipping, and then we do have a discount code with PU Air Korea, so I don't know if they'll take any more off of that. But the discount code does expire on the 26th. Let's give you guys a different view here. Keep looking at the same view. Don't listen to the airplane. Doesn't know what it's talking about. I'm not that bad. Beautiful, beautiful sim. Beautiful approach. Airbus throttles are all over the market. No Boeing auto throttles. Oh, that's true. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, Winwing, if you're still listening, Morat Rudder is a 3.7 operator, I'm pretty sure. 3.7 driver. So he's kind of close to... He used to be an RJ driver, so he used to be really good. he downgraded. No, I'm joking. But yeah, if you guys make 3.7 force feedback throttles for a decent price and have it big enough so it feels good, but small enough that anybody can use, I mean, that would blow up. Right, that would go nuts, especially paired with your magnetic switch. I got it right over here, by the way. Stretch and get it. Reach it here without breaking my monitor. This guy's over here is the Winwing. It's probably hard to see with the camera, but the Winwing PAP 3, which is a 737 autopilot panel, and it does have a magnetic switch, which will but it will slam straight down when you disconnect the auto thrust system on your 737 and all that kind of stuff. So if you can pair a force feedback throttle with that, I mean, you guys are asking for trouble. You guys are gonna need a bigger warehouse. Fun little stream. Yeah, man, I think it was good. I had such a poor experience on my stream earlier, not with the viewership or anything, but just with the performance. So I did a lot of editing and I think we got the sim running well enough to stream, and looks like no lags. It took off at a DCA as well, which DCA was being very bad for me today, and it was working quite nicely in our stream now. So I think we got everything going well for us. Close, currently 7.4. Oh my god, dude, you just elevated yourself. You did not downgrade from the RJ then. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's always been one of my dream planes. You are a lucky man. Next year, maybe. We already got too much on our hand to release the next few months. Well, yeah, I mean, I was there. I met you guys at the expo, and that yoke that you guys showcased was incredible. And what's crazy about it is they were saying that it's not even at the expo. It wasn't even set to like near 100%. You're not going to need it at 100% anyways, but it's crazy the power of it. I don't even know if I have room for that thing. If I were to buy it, I don't even know how. I gotta like knock out on a wall to fit that, but it looks amazing. And yeah, so really cool things coming out of Winwing. And I mean, you guys know Winwing, so I don't need to talk them up. Most of you guys have the products. If you don't, you'll probably end up buying them because they're some of the best products on the market and an unbeatable price point. I mean, to get an FCU, to get this entire panel, EFIS FCU that you're looking at there, before Winwing came out with theirs, it would run you easy 700. A joystick with an Airbus, Thrustmaster had one, but this is a higher quality one. An MCDU, easy 500 bucks. They destroyed that market, thankfully, because flight simmers have been getting gouged financially for a while. You were one number off, lol. Yeah, just one off. 7.3 to 7.4. Hey, 7.4 is a huge difference. Thrustmaster's still in Stone Ages in terms of product development. I agree. I had their TCA yoke, and after like 5 months, the sensors just went, and the yoke or the aileron would actuate the pitch, and the pitch would activate the elevator or the ailerons. It would do all sorts of weird stuff. So hopefully I'm not connected to that. Yeah, okay. I was smart enough to disconnect. If Winwing makes force feedback Boeing thrust, instantly selling my Thrustmaster. Yeah, I think a lot of people would make that switch. Hopefully they don't release it just yet, because I just finally got this Honeycomb Bravo set up. So I want to use it for at least 4 months or so. But after that, you're good to release it. Love the Orion 2, been rock solid. Dude, my pedals, I had the Satec rudder pedals for about 9 years. So to its credit, the Satec lasted a long time. But they were never great feeling rudder pedals. I picked up the Winwing. Mine says Skywalker on it, but I think there's a name convention going on with that. I picked up the pedals with the damper, which by the way, guys, I have a full review on these rudder pedals way before I was even partner with Winwing and everything. I think it was around 2,800 subscribers around there. It's a little bit of an older video, but pedals with a dampener add-on, it was like $360 after tax, complete steal. The competitors like Thrustmaster and Crosswind pedals are all above the $700 mark, which is insane. So plus the rudder pedals on the Winwing, 1, they feel good. 2, you can adjust the dampener, and 3, they have that spring that has that little ring. So if you fly helicopters, take the spring out, and now the pedal will stay where you place it, and it's amazing for helicopters too. The rudder pedals are one of my actually favorite purchases I've ever done. What another purchase I loved was what else did I buy? I'm not talking about Winwing, I'm just talking in general. I do have a Virpil Mongoose stick that was gifted to me, actually. That stick is awesome for DCS as well. I've never been able to... I tried some of the DCS stuff at the Winwing booth. The force feedback was really, really insane and cool to try too. So it's a good time to be a flight simmer. I mean, you guys got a lot of options of what to buy. And the good thing is it's your choice. You can buy whatever you want. You can buy a Thrustmaster, you can buy a Winwing, you can buy a Virpil or VKB. And it's good to have a lot of competition, because then it makes everybody else, it makes the consumers happier with the product they'll receive, and it makes the companies try to compete and make better products for us to use. So it's kind of a win-win when we got competition. Oh, you see what I did there? It's a win-win when you got competition. Love the Orion. Yeah, I read that one. Sky Stream says, I have the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, praying it won't mess up. Yeah, mine lasted a year. It broke on stream. It was on its last legs, and then I just over twisted it because I was done with it. So at least the Bravo will be kind of easy to sell, unlike Thrustmaster. That's true. Yeah, that is a fair point. Oh no, I'm giving the Thrustmaster back to the store. Running MFG crossings with the clamper or damper since 2019. So many options have dropped since then, though. Dude, the crosswinds were the pedals to beat. I was actually, when I was buying pedals, I was between buying the crosswinds and buying the Winwings. I had thought I wanted the Thrustmaster because the price was so high. I'm like, oh, these have to be the best ones.
Don't think.
Oh, I wonder if I can turn that off.
Don't think. Don't think.
Yeah, in the RJ we have a EGWS override. We turn that off. I think 3 and 4.7 have it too. There's probably a way to do it in here, but I hope you have to bear with the don't sinks. But anyways, I was between buying the Thrustmaster, the Winwing, and the Crosswinds. The Crosswinds and Winwing were in my price range. The Thrustmaster was out of my price range. I went to a local store where they actually had you can try the Thrustmasters, and I thought they felt like garbage. Not garbage, but not worth the price that they're asking. I shouldn't say garbage. If that pedal was $400 less, I think it'd be a lot more competitive, in my opinion. These are all my opinions. So I went between Crosswinds and Winwing, and Winwing had the better shipping time, and thankfully I did, because for the price and for the performance is unbeatable for these pedals when I had bought them.
Don't think. Don't think.
What else? Heard there was a competitor in the market called Winiwng. Yeah. I gotta go. See ya. Hey, Skystream, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for chatting. We will see you on the next stream. We're just gonna finish up our replays here, and I'm gonna go to bed. My Boeing yoke has been doing all right for about a year now. Got it for proficiency since I maybe one landing and a month in. I'm lucky. That's why I'm so avid about the pendular motion. Yeah, dude, when that pendular motion comes out, if you're able to fit that in your system, in your setup, that will destroy. That'll just transform the sim. Absolutely transform the simulation experience for anybody who's running that. All right, guys, we're gonna do the last few replays. Winwing, if you're still here, really appreciate you stopping by. That does mean a lot. So thank you guys for stopping on in. And we will do maybe 2 or 3 more views. I'll put those cameras away, and you guys can take a look at the landing. I think it was pretty decent. Looked pretty nice to me, if I do say so myself. Everybody got home safe. That's what matters there. By the way, guys, the spoilers and stuff aren't going to show because of that the replay bug, so don't worry about that. They did work. You guys are killing the subscriptions. We got up to a 9240. We're almost at that 10,000 subscriber goal. Once we reach that 10,000 sub goal, we have a massive giveaway plan for you guys. So really appreciate all the support. You guys are going nuts with that. Last bit of flight gear I had was the HOTAS Warthog. I still have one of those. Throttle and stick. Couldn't take it with me when I had to go to emergency move, sadly. Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad. Yeah, my Thrustmaster, I've had a Warthog stick and a Warthog throttle. The stick broke about 2 years in. And my Warthog broke about 5 years in. So I've never had the best luck with the quality over there. Winiwng says, thank you. I'm going to go back to work. That was fun, guys. Hey, well, I appreciate you stopping in again. And we'd like to see you every time we stream. Maybe we'll do some more 2 a.m. streams for me. Hopefully you got a lot of work done as well. Gotta push those Boeing force feedback throttles out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Set up a quick view if I can. There we go. Remember, guys, 6,800 feet we're playing with here. It looks softer inside, but that's okay. We're going to do one last one, and we're going to wrap it up and call it a night. Let's do it from the FO view. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next stream, probably tomorrow during the afternoon, as I'm on vacation still and just chilling at home. So to all the channel partners, I appreciate and thank you for being a partner. All the channel members, the same goes to you as well. Without you guys' support, I wouldn't do this. I don't fly the sim when I'm not streaming, unless I'm just doing some landings or stuff like that. So you guys make this entertaining for me. So I appreciate all you guys doing that. And the likes and subscribes, you guys are going nuts with all that stuff. So thank you so much. Next stream will be tomorrow. Probably going to check out maybe the Max or the RJ. A lot of people wanted me to restream the CRJ, so we'll probably get back in the CRJ and see how that's going. We'll get that Moza yoke whip back out, and we will be using that. I'll have to readjust all my cameras to make that work, but I think we'll do that. CRJ, let's call it maybe a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock stream, somewhere around there, and we'll see you guys then. So anyways, on behalf of myself and the DCA-based crew, for today at least, we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.